It's 20 action-packed trivia questions on the Fast and Furious franchise, as written by my friend Joe Jermolowicz. This is Trivia with Buds. It be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out this show. If you've played live trivia with me in Southern California, welcome to the daily edition of what I do. TriviaWithBuds.com is the place to go if you want to play trivia with me somewhere in Southern California. And you can see all my locations on there, all the times, all the venues. We're up to about 20 places to play bingo and trivia, and I would love to see you at a live show. Or maybe you stumbled across the podcast because I'm always talking about it at a live show, and you said, hey, I'll give this a shot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Maybe you searched the word trivia on your podcast app and you said, I'll give this guy a try. Whatever you did, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope that today's episode is fun for you to play along with. It's about the Fast and the Furious franchise, is written by my friend Joe, who is a Patreon subscriber to the show and listens, and he wrote these for me, I want to say 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, and I printed them out, and they've been sitting on my desk in a pile of stuff, and I went through that pile, and here we are. So we got some fun stuff coming from Joe. Thank you, Joe, in advance for these 20 great questions on the franchise. And before we get to that, I did want to plug a couple other things going on in the world of trivia. This was a fun Reddit post that I found on the reddit.com/r/trivia subreddit, and I go in there every once in a while to find some cool content and some ideas for rounds and things like that. I interact a little bit, not a huge Reddit guy. I don't contribute a lot to Reddit, but I do comment from time to time. Someone posted my YouTube video for a game, a quiz called Arcade Games. It was mini episode 11. It was submitted 15 days ago by Tree22211. So just shout out to that user, Tree22211, for posting this quiz. And you can go back and listen to this anytime on my podcast feed, or you can find it on YouTube. And there it is. It's playing. Sorry about that. It's on my YouTube page, which has not a lot of subscribers. I don't do a lot of interacting on YouTube, but I have 120 subscribers, and everything that I do as a podcast gets posted to YouTube automatically. So if for some reason you like to listen to the show or watch along on the show, it's just a still frame, but you can do that anytime. And that's what I wanted to tell you. You can find the podcast on YouTube. You can find it on Libsyn. You can find it on Google Play and Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere. And also, the episodes get posted to Facebook. If you ever want to go to facebook.com/trivia with buds, you can click along and listen to any episode there as well. So just wanted to give a shout out to that Reddit user who posted this video. And thank you if you like the YouTube version of the show. Coming up in the beginning of 2020, I will be doing a ton more videos. So if you like video content, I'll be putting a ton more stuff over on YouTube. I'll be doing more live videos, and I will be interacting more in video form in just about everything I do. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, we're going to jump into this a little bit longer episode. 20 questions on the Fast franchise from Joe Jermolowicz. Have fun and enjoy. Here we go. All right, here we are. This is an email I got from Joe. He said, so I was doing my rewatch of the Fast franchise before Hobbs and Shaw and came up with 20 questions. You can use some or all if you'd like. Also, if you still want to do super bad trivia or one of the other categories, let me know. Oh, I don't need to read that part. We already recorded the Superbad episode, and he's just telling me about his schedule. So that was the end of the email in terms of what you need to hear. And we're going to jump into these questions right now. This is 20 questions on Fast and the Furious. Here we go. Question number 1. Finish the quote. You can have any brew you want as long as it's a blank. Question number 1. Finish the quote. You can have any brew you want as long as it's a blank. Number 1. Question number 2, which movie is chronologically out of order? And again, this is everything up until Hobbs and Shaw, I believe. So which movie is chronologically out of order? Question number 2. Question number 3, what are the names of the two Shaw brothers? Number 3, what are the first names of the two Shaw brothers? Question number 4, what is Hobbs's, that's Dwayne Johnson's character, what is his caller ID name in Tej's phone? Tej is Ludacris's character. So The Rock comes up as what on Ludacris's phone in the movie? It's 2 words. It's a fun nickname. Let's see if you can figure that out. Number 4. Question number 5, what is the name of the short movie that explains what happened between the first and second movie? Question number 5, what is the name of the short movie that explains what happened between the first and second movie? Question number 6, which MCU superhero is on Lil Bow Wow's car in Tokyo Drift? Which Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero is on Lil Bow Wow's car in Tokyo Drift? Number 6. Question number 7, what is the character name of Kurt Russell's character that shows up in multiple movies? His name is Mr. What? What is the character for Kurt Russell that shows up in multiple movies? His name is Mr. What? Question number 8, ranked number 8 on the all-time list, which fast movie has grossed the most amount of money? Number 8, which movie has grossed the most amount of money? Question number 9, referring to himself as franchise Viagra for the role, which is the first movie to feature Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Question number 9, what is the first movie that featured Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Question number 10, which is the only movie in the franchise to not have Vin Diesel in it? Question number 10, which is the only movie that doesn't have Vin Diesel? That is number 10. We're halfway through this quiz from Joe. 10 more questions to go. Question number 11, what is the name of the spin-off movie that is set to debut in theaters back on August 2nd, 2019? What movie debuted August 2nd, 2019? Question number 12, which rapper for The Fast and the Furious was replaced by Ludacris because he turned down the role? Which rapper for The Fast and the Furious was replaced by Ludacris because he turned down the role? Question 13, in Fate of the Furious, the whole crew is put on Interpol's top 10 most wanted list. Besides who? This person is put as number 11. Who is number 11? Question 14, what song was written for the ending of Furious 7 and the passing of Paul Walker? What song was written for the end of Furious 7 and the passing of Paul Walker? Question number 15, what do Brian and Mia name their son? What do Brian and Mia name their son? Question 16, what is the name of the all-seeing surveillance device used in Furious 7? Question number 16, what is the name of the all-seeing surveillance device used in Furious 7? Number 18, what is the street racing event in the desert seen in the first movie? What is it called? What is the street racing event in the desert seen in the first movie? Question number 18, which vehicle has the fast crew not defeated with their cars? Is it a submarine, a tank, an airplane, a helicopter, a boat, or a spaceship? Number 18, which vehicle has the fast crew not defeated with their cars? Submarine, tank, airplane, helicopter, boat, or spaceship? Question number 19, what sport does Hobbs, that's The Rock, coach of his daughters? What sport does he coach for his daughters? Number 19. And your final question, number 20. In Furious 7, Dom and Brian jump their car from building to building to building. What is the name of the set of buildings in Abu Dhabi? Those are your questions, 20 in a row for the Fast and Furious franchise from Joe Jermolowicz. Thank you for playing along. We'll be right back in just a bit with the answers. We are back with the answers to Fast and Furious trivia. Let's see how many you got correct on Joe's quiz. Number 1, finish the quote. As long as You can have any brew you want as long as it's a blank. The blank was a Corona. If you see this movie, they always drink Coronas in the backyard with their barbecues. I enjoy a Corona with a barbecue as well. Number 2, which movie is chronologically out of order? It is the third movie, Tokyo Drift. You found out later that it was out of order, and that is Tokyo Drift. Number 3, what are the names of the two Shaw brothers? Owen and Deckard. Owen and Deckard are those names. Number 4, what is Dwayne Johnson's caller ID on Ludacris's phone? It is Samoan Thor. Samoan Thor. That's a tough one. Number 5, what is the name of the short movie that explains what happened between the first and second movie? Turbocharged. Turbocharged. Number 6, which MCU hero is on Lil Bow Wow's car in Tokyo Drift? That would be the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Next question, what is the character of Kurt Russell's character? What is the name of his character in multiple movies? Mr. What? It was Mr. Nobody. You're not supposed to know anything about him. Mr. Nobody. Ranked number 8 on the all-time list, which fast movie has grossed the most amount of money? That would be Furious 7. Several questions about it on this quiz. Next question, referring to himself as franchise Viagra for the role, which is the first to feature Dwayne Johnson? That was Fast 5. That's when everybody got on board, Fast 5. And number 10, which is the only movie in the franchise to not have Vin Diesel in it? It's Too Fast, Too Furious. That's the second one, I think. Number 11, what is the name of the spin-off movie that is set to debut back in August 2nd of this year? Hobbs and Shaw. We kind of gave that one away with the intro in the email, but come on, you know that one. Number 12, which rapper is the who turned down the role that Ludacris got in the original Fast and the Furious? That was Ja Rule. He was too busy planning that fire festival. He couldn't do it. Number 13, in Fate of the Furious, the whole crew is put on Interpol's top 10 most wanted list besides number 11, which is Tyrese's character, Roman Pierce. Tyrese Roman Pierce. Number 11, 12, 13, 14. Number 14, what song was written for the ending of Furious 7 and the passing of Paul Walker? See You Again. See You Again is the song by Wiz Khalifa and some other people. And I think it had the most views at one point on YouTube at 3.5 billion. And then other stuff like Despacito passed it. What do Brian and Mia name their son? His name is Jack. Jack. What is the name of the all-seeing surveillance device used in Furious 7? That's the God's Eye. I remember that, the God's Eye. What is the street racing event in the desert seen in the first movie? It's just called Race Wars. Race Wars. And the next question, number 18, which vehicle has the fast crew not defeated with their cars? Was it a sub, a tank, an airplane, a helicopter, a boat? It was a spaceship. They have not defeated a spaceship, but I heard the next one might have something to do with space, which would be insane if it was just like Armageddon, but with this cast. Number 19, what is the sport that The Rock Hobbs coaches for his daughters? Youth soccer was the answer there. And number 20, in Furious 7, Dom and Brian jump their car from building to building to building. What is the name of the set of buildings in Abu Dhabi? It is the Etihad Towers, Etihad Towers. Those are your questions and answers for some Fast and Furious action. Thank you, Joe, for the quiz, and thank you guys for listening and playing along. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. In what city does the first Anchorman movie take place? Tweet me your answer at RyanBuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was Odlaw, which is the opposite of Waldo. It's Waldo spelled backwards. And your trivia team name of today is Edgar Allan Whoa. Edgar Allan Whoa. Funky Monkey Designs, our sponsor, can be reached at fmdesignsinc.com. Go to them for all your design needs. And thank you guys for listening to the show. Thanks for telling a friend. We'll see you tomorrow for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.